2 hours, and we'll discuss this at great length. In the meantime, I believe that they'll be handing it out on behalf of Chairman Kim and myself, and we're both very honored to sign the document. Thank you.
우리가 매우 중요한 문서에 서명을 하게 될 것입니다. 이 문서는 굉장히 포괄적인 문서이고 오늘 굉장히 좋은 아주 훌륭한 회담을 가졌고 또 아주 좋은 관계를 구축하였습니다. 2시 반, 즉 다시 말해서 약 2시간 후에 나는 기자회견을 할 예정입니다. 거기서 좀 더 자세하게 말씀을 드리겠습니다만은 일단 그 와중에 그동안에는 발표문이 기자들에게 배포될 것으로 알고 있습니다. 감사합니다.
Would you like to say something to the press?
우리는 오늘 역사적인 이 만남에서 지난 과거를 덮고 새로운 출발을 알리는 그 역사적인 문건에 서명을 하게 됩니다.
Today, we had a historic meeting and decided to leave the past behind, and we are about to sign a historic document.
세상은 아마 중대한 변화를 보게 될 것입니다.
The world will see a major change.
오늘과 같은 이런 자리를 위해서 노력해 주신 트럼프 대통령께 사의를 표합니다.
I would like to express my gratitude to President Trump to make this meeting happen.
감사합니다.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Okay.
Mr. President, did he agree to denuclearize first?
We're starting that process very quickly. Very, very quickly. Absolutely.
Mr. President, 100% denuclearization?
Did you talk about auto-warm beer, sir?
Mr. Kim, did you agree to give up your nuclear arms?
You'll be seeing everything in just a little while. The letter that we're signing is very comprehensive, and I think both sides are going to be very impressed with the result. A lot of goodwill went into this, a lot of work, a lot of preparation. I want to thank everybody on both sides, Secretary Pompeo and all of his counterparts. They were absolutely fantastic.
네, 조금 후에 우리가 서명한 발표문의 내용에 대해서 곧 알게 될 것입니다. 아까도 얘기했습니다만은 매우 포괄적인 그러한 문서이고 양측이 그 결과에 대해서 굉장히 만족할 만한 결과입니다. 이 문서를 서명하고 또 이러한 그 만남을 갖기 위해서 많은 사람들이 선의를 가지고 노력했고 또 많은 준비 작업이 있었습니다. 그 양측의 그러한 작업을 해주신 분들에 대해서 감사드립니다. 거기에는 폼페오 장관뿐만 아니라 조선 측의 그러한 여러 참여자분들에게 감사드립니다.
Thank you very much. It's fantastic. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you a little bit later. And we're very proud of what took place today. I think our whole relationship with North Korea and the Korean Peninsula is it's going to be a very much different situation than it has in the past. We both want to do something. We both are going to do something. And we have developed a very special bond. So people are going to be very impressed. People are going to be very happy. And we're going to take care of a very big and very dangerous problem for the world. And I want to thank Chairman Kim. Spent a lot of time together today, very intensive time. And I would actually say that it worked out for both of us far better than anybody could have expected. I think far better. I watched the various news reports. I would say far better than anybody even predicted. And this is going to lead to more and more and more. And it's an honor to be with you. Very great honor. Thank you. Thank you to all of your representatives very much.
오늘 둘 다 뭔가 이루어내려고 싶어하고 또 둘의 특별한 관계가 오늘 시작되었습니다. 그리고 우리는 아주 여러 가지 중요한 여러 가지 문제의 해결에 시작을 했다라고 말씀드릴 수가 있습니다. 김 위원장님께 감사드리고 또 내가 보기에는 오늘 만남이 그 누가 기대했던 것보다 또 그 누가 예측했던 것보다도 좋은 만남이고 좋은 결과로 이루어질 것 같습니다. 또 앞으로 더 많은 진척이 있을 것 같고 이렇게 만나게 된 것을 영광으로 생각합니다. 김 위원장님 감사합니다.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Will you invite Chairman Kim to the White House?
Absolutely, I will.
Mr. Kim, would you like to come to Washington?
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
A lot of handshakes, a lot of some smiles, but what we don't know is what was just signed. A signing ceremony with President Trump and Kim Jong Un. The president calling it a comprehensive document, but beyond that, we don't know. The president suggesting it'll be handed out. As he noted, there will be a news conference in a few hours in which we may get a bit more. Interesting to hear from Mr. Kim, who said today we have a historic meeting. We decided to leave the past behind, and we're about to sign a historic document, he called it. He says the world will see a major change. I'm here with Andrea Mitchell, our chief foreign affairs correspondent, along with Peter Alexander. I'll hand it to you, Andrea. Any idea you had suggested that they might at least begin to start a framework of further conversations?
Exactly.
Could that be what this is?
This could be very well a commitment to move toward denuclearization, to establish teams and a process. When he was just asked, the president was asked, will you invite him to the White House? He said, absolutely, I will. His language was so congratulatory and so flattering to Kim Jong Un, really effusive. It was pretty extraordinary. I mean, this signing ceremony mirrored the kinds of ceremonies we've seen after years and years of nuclear negotiations between Reagan and Gorbachev and other major arms control treaties. And we don't know what this is, but it may very well be an agreement to start moving in that direction, and that would be a good thing.
And Peter, Kim Jong Un has shown in some of the scenes some deference to President Trump, and some of that may be cultural. I know there's a hierarchy in terms of age there, but you get the impression that the president was leading, or wanted to give the impression that he was leading this whole thing.
Well, this is a president who was formerly a real estate magnate and a reality TV star, and he realizes the camera is always on. That's why it appeared when they first shook hands. He put his arm on Kim Jong Un's arm as well, put his hand on his back as he greeted him earlier today. What I'm struck by in this moment, the significance of this is really sort of a low-pressure way to put a punctuation mark on the end of this visit without having any idea about what the comprehensive details, as the president uses that language, and any of the specificity about the substance of this. The president, at the end of the day, can say, we came away with something. I made a deal. And back in Washington, when we were at the White House, the president said, at the very least, we will start with a good relationship, the start of a dialogue. So we can say we accomplished that. We began a dialogue. I did something that no one else has done before. But it's not clear that North Korea has given up anything. In fact, it doesn't appear they have given up anything at this point. But Kim Jong Un will certainly go home having taken away something from this. He has new credibility and respectability on the world stage, standing side by side with American president. That's status. And at the end of the day, that's something he's been craving for decades.
It is possible the president oversold the significance of at least the first meeting here.
He's a marketer. He's into branding, and that's what this has been since the very beginning.
Yeah, I want to go. Let me go, if I can, Andrew. I'll get right back to you. I want to go to Richard Engel, who is in Seoul. Obviously, they're watching this very, very closely. What sort of reaction are you seeing there to this meeting, Richard?
Well, frankly, I'm not exactly sure what we just saw right now. There was a description of what this document was, how it was historic, that it was going to set a new tone, it was going to establish peace on the Korean peninsula. But I don't know why it would have been so difficult to hand out a copy of this to the reporters in the room. It seems like maybe they're trying to build a little bit of expectation. Maybe they actually still have some more things to finalize. So it's very hard to react at this stage when we only have kind of hyperbolic descriptions of some sort of document that the two leaders just signed. I would assume we're going to get it later, but maybe we'll only get an abridged copy. I really don't know what, and I don't know if anyone else really knows how to react to this. I don't know how difficult it would have been to give people a copy of what looked like a few-page document.
Great personality and very smart.
This is a live picture we're looking at. The two men once again standing.
Worthy negotiator. He's negotiating on behalf of his people. A very worthy, very smart negotiator, absolutely. And we had a terrific day, and we learned a lot about each other and about our countries.
What did you learn about him? What did you learn about him, sir?
I learned he's a very talented man. I also learned that he loves his country very much.
When will you see each other again?
Will you be meeting again, sir?
Will you be seeing each other again soon?
We'll meet many times. Thank you very much, everybody.
President Trump being quite talkative and playing to the cameras. Kim Jong Un less talkative and hard to read his face at moments, and smiling every time the two extended their hands in a handshake. Let me bring in Ambassador Chris Hill. He's former U.S. ambassador to South Korea and an NBC News diplomacy expert.
Good times.
I'd like to get your thoughts on what we have just seen, and if you can perhaps enlighten us of what you think that document may say.
Well, that's about the weirdest thing I've ever seen in diplomacy. Two heads of state come out, they sit down in front of documents, no one knows what they are. In fact, there was basically no information until after the president signed it. So now we're kind of guesswork. We weren't sure how loudly to applaud for it, but it appears to be some kind of letter that encapsulates the spirit of the Singapore summit, probably talks about the intention to move on a peace treaty and maybe to move on denuclearization.
Denuclearize.
All right, Ambassador, thank you very much. We will be back on the air for President Trump's news conference when that happens in a couple hours from now. For now, I'm Lester Holt, NBC News Singapore. Good day.